Long ago, before pyramids rose and empires ruled, strange stories whispered across ancient lands. Stories not of gods you pray to, but of flesh and blood beings who walked the earth, taught men secrets, and vanished into the sky. One of the world's oldest civilizations, the Sumerians, spoke of these mysterious beings. They called them the Anunnaki, meaning those who came from the sky. But who were they? The Sumerians seemed to know things they shouldn't. Over 6,000 years ago, they suddenly had advanced knowledge: writing, laws, agriculture, mathematics, astronomy. Things you'd expect from a civilization far ahead of its time. How did they leap from Stone Age to sophistication so quickly? Their own records, etched on cuneiform tablets, point to the Anunnaki. According to these texts, the Anunnaki descended from the heavens, carrying immense wisdom. They didn't just teach humans how to farm or govern. They genetically engineered humanity itself. The Sumerian king list adds fuel to this mystery. It records kings ruling for thousands of years, impossible lifespans. But if these kings were part god, part human, could that explain it? And then there's the Great Flood. The tablets describe how, after the flood swept the land, kingship once again descended from the heavens. Was this a poetic story, or a memory of something very real? In 1976, researcher Zecharia Sitchin shocked the world. He claimed the Anunnaki were ancient astronauts, arriving from a distant planet called Nibiru, mining Earth's gold, and creating humans as a labor force. Crazy, maybe. But what if he was right? According to Sitchin and the tablets, the Anunnaki didn't come here for sightseeing. They came on a mission. Their home planet, Nibiru, was in trouble. Its atmosphere needed repair. The solution: gold. But mining is dirty, dangerous work. So, the Anunnaki took a shortcut. They created workers, humans. Through genetic engineering. They mixed their own DNA with that of early hominids, creating a new species, Homo sapiens. Does this sound familiar? The Sumerian texts describe the Anunnaki god Enki, who, alongside a mother goddess Ninhursag, crafted the first humans, beings unable to reproduce at first, purely used for labor. But Enki grew fond of his creation. Against the will of his brother Enlil, the stern commander of Earth, Enki taught humans how to mate, multiply, and gain knowledge. He broke the rules. Gave us free will. Sound like the biblical story of Adam, Eve, and the serpent? It should. Some believe Enki was the serpent, giving forbidden knowledge to humanity. As humans grew, so did conflict among the gods. Enlil wanted control. Enki wanted freedom for humans. Ancient texts even hint at wars between gods, possibly involving weapons of mass destruction. The final battle? A devastating flood, possibly remembered as Noah's flood, wiping out civilizations, a celestial reset. In many carvings, Anunnaki gods hold objects, a handbag-like purse, strange bracelets, and most intriguingly, a pine cone. Why a pine cone? Some believe it's no decoration. Instead, it represents the pineal gland, the so-called third eye in human brains, linked to spiritual awakening and higher consciousness. Could it be that the Anunnaki didn't just shape our bodies, but also seeded secret knowledge in our minds? There's more. The caduceus, two intertwined serpents around a rod, appears repeatedly. You've probably seen it as the symbol of medicine today. But this ancient symbol was linked to Enki, the serpent god of wisdom, and even to Egyptian gods like Thoth. It's as if the Anunnaki were leaving breadcrumbs, a message for future generations about spiritual enlightenment, hidden power, and our connection to the cosmos. And the mysterious handbag? Some think it carried advanced tools, seeds of life, or the blueprint of creation itself. But if the Anunnaki encoded knowledge in human DNA and symbols, where did it all go? Was it lost, or buried, waiting to be rediscovered? The Sumerian tablets describe a time when the rivalry between Enki and Enlil exploded into open war. But this wasn't just a family feud, it was a clash that affected all of humanity. Texts mention weapons so powerful they could annihilate cities. Some researchers even suggest that Sodom and Gomorrah, two cities destroyed in fire and brimstone, were victims of these ancient weapons. Could these be descriptions of ancient nuclear weapons? Adding to the mystery, archaeologists have found skeletons in Mesopotamia with signs of radioactive damage. Could the Anunnaki's wars have left a permanent scar on Earth? After the destruction, Enki was exiled. But according to some legends, he didn't abandon humanity. Instead, he kept teaching humans, quietly, in secret. Some say he founded hidden civilizations like Atlantis, a place where humans could thrive without Anunnaki control. Fast forward to 2003, Iraq. During the chaos of war, something curious happened. Looters broke into the Baghdad Museum, stealing priceless ancient artifacts, including cuneiform tablets tied to the Sumerians and Anunnaki. But this wasn't random looting. Reports suggest it was a targeted operation. People wearing earpieces, unlocking double-locked doors, taking only the most valuable pieces. Why? What were they after? Some believe those tablets contained secrets, maybe even proof of the Anunnaki's role in shaping humanity. If that's true, was someone trying to hide it? Across history, stories get rewritten. Artifacts disappear. Records are lost. But here's the unsettling thought. What if everything we know about our past is only part of the story? What if ancient gods really walked the earth, left their mark in our DNA, and encoded knowledge deep within us? Maybe the greatest secret is not in some lost tablet, but within us all, waiting to be unlocked. Tell us what you think in the comments. Like, share and subscribe.